What's up, everybody? It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. We're back with another one. Make sure to smash that subscribe button, like, comment, share it. Once again, we got my good friend and a friend of the channel, JD, back telling the story. I think, JD, I think we left off on the last one with, we talked about that the craziness that got you to two homes. We talked about when you got the homes and when you went in the dorm. We kind of met each other. I was getting out of confinement, and you as well. We had to go through a little something. You were trying to catch a fade, where you weren't. You were just standing up for yourself, and these bloods. Well, one of the bloods tried to call you out.
The head tried to call me out.
Yeah, well, he tried, and
he called me out.
Well, yeah, I think that whole thing. I think they thought that you were just going to tuck your tail. You know what I mean? Because, and that's just my opinion, but in that just based off of what they said to you.
Oh, that's completely that's normal for that to happen. I mean, how many times do you hear somebody hit the wall? I mean, 1 out of 10 actually fight. 1 out of 50 fight. You know, yeah. You hear it all the time in every dorm, everywhere. Oh, fuck you. Da, 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 da. But it happens every camp, everywhere. Even the toughest camps, there's people that just call outs left and right. And when somebody sits there and constantly is calling people out, and he's too big, or he's too strong, or he just can fight. He can fight really good. It's all word of mouth. It's all about reputation in there.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know I'm never scared of the person that's wolfing. If you wolf a lot, you can't fight. That's just a fact. I've never seen someone who can talk so much crap, call out everybody in the dorm, and can fight.
Yeah,
so
no doubt.
If you're going to pick a fight, you might as well pick the guy who's wolfing because he probably can't fight.
There's always the loudest dude, loudest one in the dorm. Usually is the one that can't fight. You know,
that's his game. But that's his game. You know, you got a big 6'6" guy, wolfing all. That's what happened with the guy Hawk that we just talked about last video. That almost put me in CM. Dude, I had dudes coming up to me saying, "Oh man, that dude can fight, man. I heard he did this and he can do that and da 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 da." And it's like, okay, well, I'm not scared of him. So if he has a problem, then because we were playing poker next to his bunk, and his neighbor, you know, his single bunks.
Yeah.
So, and this is a month before, you know, it went down, but you know, we're playing poker, you know, on a single bunk, which is where you do it, or if you can do it at a table, but which poker's a whole nother video.
Yeah, we could probably touch on that. You know, I was thinking, man, you know.
So that's exactly what happened with this dude. These dudes I was playing poker with, and especially the white dudes, are like, "Oh man, I don't want to mess with my neighbor, my monkey, man. He's you know, he's crazy. He's Muslim. He's huge. He can fight." I'm like, okay, so what? I'm doing time just like he is. I don't care. I'm not disrespecting him by playing poker. But dude, there are people scared to death of that dude. So that also played in my mind when I got him. I'm like, well, if this dude can really do what everyone told me he can do, he ain't getting up.
Right. I got a quick. I just thought of something. So we're gonna continue the story. But you know, I want to touch on a couple things. Me and you, we became real close friends, and they're good friends. We're friends to this, you know, to the day, obviously, man. And, there were few times that we really got to a big disagreement amongst each other. Sure, as friends, you're gonna agree and disagree on things all the time. But as far as you know, really, if you're friends with somebody, you tell them something, they should respect you and listen to it, even their points of view. But there was a dude who we both knew, a mutual friend of ours that at the time, that was Kyle. Now you knew this dude at a different camp, correct?
Right.
Okay, so you are already locked up with him. Okay, now I was in there with you, and we all were at two different facilities together. We were together in the dorm where this story that you just said with the Bloods, and then we all individually got transferred to a work camp.
Yes.
So me and you, we broke off from hanging out at the main unit, and we landed back in the same dorm at the work camp, but so did this dude Kyle. Okay.
Crazy, huh? Crazy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you the mic in a second, but let me just say this. I should have listened to you when you warned me about this dude, because as soon as we got to the work camp, we were calling everybody out. Also, I want to tie that in with kind of what's going on in the world today with politics. And you know, and I'm just saying this because sometimes you know, both of these similar points and two different things. You're talking about politics and you're talking about a prison story. But at the end of the day, it's almost level-headed and the same. So I want to give you the mic, man, and talk about how you try to tell me about Kyle. If you could remember what me and you did about the shorts, which was really stupid. We did something really stupid, and we didn't think about it. We just did it. But if you think about it, JD, that was real stupid, man.
But it wasn't wrong.
And then go ahead and break it in and kind of tie it in. You know where I'm going with this, right? Yeah.
Stupid, you can look back on anything. I can say there's thousands of things I've done stupid in my life when I look back at it, anything to do. So, and at the same TOH that we didn't have to do. You know what I mean? And so it had multiple levels to it. You can look back and say we shouldn't have done that, but at the time it was the right thing to do. So I don't regret it. Like, it's what it is. Just like I can't believe we've never been stabbed in there between the two of us. We went through what we had to do. I don't know how I survived.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, you're right. I agree with you there. But what I meant by that is, like, we call the whole dorm out for this dude getting his shorts stolen, and you were telling me he was kind of a buster, and we had to basically force him to get on that wall. And listen, people, whoever's watching this, me and JD, we're calling gang members, multiple different sets, a lot. There's 70, 80 other people in this dorm. We're calling them fuck boys, pussy boys. We're some real ass white. We were completely selling out. And at that time, anybody could have been like, hey man, who the fuck y'all talking to, man? This and this and that, and could have stabbed us behind that. That's just the loyalty that I had with JD at the time. And I was giving my loyalty to somebody else who he was warning me about. Go ahead, man. I'll give it to you.
So it's a lot to talk about there. Like,
yeah, it is.
I hit the camera there. Sorry about that, buddy. But okay, so it's hard to. You said a lot right there. You can talk about every day. I sit there and think. Like right now, I'm back in a lockdown in Michigan. I'm still gonna do whatever I want to do. I really don't care.
Right.
What are you gonna lock me up for nothing? For unlawful shit? I don't. Been there, done that.
Did they reinforce it?
Yep.
So how long is it?
The last one was only 2 weeks. Ended up being like 5 months or something like that. So
it's crazy there, man.
It says 3 weeks, but we'll see. I don't care. I still do whatever I got to do. I mean, cops don't even believe in what they're doing. So, I mean, that's what matters. I mean, in some states and stuff, they're talking about having other citizens write tickets to their neighbors who are violating. It's like,
that's crazy.
What? And on another point, since I'm in Michigan, I want to bring this up before we get into the whole Kyle thing. But like every day, I think like this is like literally prison. Like everything, and I hate politics. I hated politics in prison. I hate politics now. I hate politicians. I hate any scumbag who thinks they can run my life better than I can.
Yeah, that's a good point, bro. That's a really good point.
My life. I'm not gonna hurt anybody unless you bother me and my family. That's it. Leave me alone. That's it. Just leave me alone. That's it. That's all I want.
Have you heard about them trying to impeach that lady?
Yeah, they're gonna try, but it's impossible. They impeached Trump for nothing. So
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no valid evidence on that. There's actually evidence that she broke the law, but it's not gonna go anywhere. They're all politicians. It sounds good. But at the same time, like the GOP or Republicans or whatever who signed off in Wayne County, which I live in Wayne County.
Really, I didn't know that.
They
Do you know the people?
This week, they weren't going to sign off on the election for the Wayne County, and after like two hours of like I guess it was a live conference or something. You know, the two Republicans said no, the two Democrats said yes, and then after a couple hours, the two Republicans were being called racists and all types of names and stuff, and they pressured. You know, people are getting their lives threatened over this stuff.
Kids too. They were threatening their kids, bro. Yeah. They're trying to dox them and say where they went to school and shit like that. That's some buster ass shit, man. That's kids, bro. You know what I mean?
You know what that is? That's it. It's prison.
Yeah.
If I can tell you I'm gonna beat your ass and you're gonna give me $20 a week, you got two choices. You either stand up because you're right or you cater.
Absolutely.
So these two guys, they signed off with, they said something about auditing or something like that, but whatever. They signed off, period. And now the next day they took it back. That's literally exactly what happens in prison. You have white dudes that are like, oh no, yeah, no, I stand up for myself, da 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 da. Pressure comes and they're like, oh no, I'm cool with you, man. I don't want to fight you. Man. And then a day later, a solid white dude shows up and like, oh man, yeah, no, I'm standing up. I'm gonna fight the dude now. It's like, too late for all that.
Yeah.
You cowered over pressure. Ain't none of these people gonna hurt somebody's family.
That's
none of them want to do hard time. None of them.
I agree with you, bro. I know they don't.
And you know what? The hardest thing to do is do the right thing when everyone's telling you not to. That's one of the hardest things. When people are telling you, I'm going to do this, or you need to do this and this and this, and people call you names. Like, I've been called racist 1,000 times. I don't
Absolutely.
care. It means nothing.
Yep.
You know what? It only means something if you think you might be.
Right.
If I thought I might be racist, it might bother me. But I'm not. So it doesn't bother me.
You could laugh. You could laugh at it if otherwise. You know what I mean?
I'll laugh in my face.
Exactly.
Because you know what? You gotta love the term. No, I'm not racist. I have a black friend. I have a black friend. It's like, well, you just kind of admitted you're racist there, sort of. What the? Yeah, I know black people. I know white people. I know Asian people. I know Mexicans. I know Hispanics, Latinos, whatever you want to name people. I know all of them. So there's a lot of good people on all sides, but there's a lot more bad people on all sides, including white.
No, you're right. I never knew, bro. I didn't know that you were in Wayne County. Do you recognize those people?
No, I don't. Well, you talking about the people that are on TV?
No, I did a video today. And matter of fact, since we're talking about this now, when this is done, I'm going to upload this for tomorrow because I want it to be like current or whatever. You know what I mean? But I don't know if you watched the video I did today. Kyle, man, you were locked up with him before. That was. Go ahead.
Last thing I want to say. Don't be a coward. If you're right, you're right. If you believe you're right, then be right. Don't cower. Don't be a coward. I'm tired of cowards. I saw cowards in there. I could have been a coward. It's just not built into me. But if you think you're right on something, go all the way. It's just what you had a video about. Go all the way. If you believe it, go all the way.
Stand up.
If you don't believe it, then quit lying. One of the way or the other. I don't care which way. If you believe it, then stand for it. That's it. It's simple. Don't be a coward. Damn anybody who thinks different. If you think you're right, then you're right. Just go with it.
No, you're right, man. You're right. You got to stand up, man. And it was you that kind of straightened me the other day. And we were talking about this. We called each other, and I was talking about how I wanted to go to Michigan and smash these dudes. And you're like, Matt, man, I know you. I know your beliefs, but you're independent, bro. Don't label yourself, one side of the other. And you really opened my eyes with that because, I would definitely stand up and I would definitely snap at these people. I would laugh at these twerps. You got to see their pictures of these people. I would laugh at them when they were threatening me, and God forbid they came at my family. That would be on them. You open my eyes, bro. I am more independent than anything. And it's just like a gang in prison, or anything like that. I don't really want to be involved with the right or whatever, because listen, from what I'm seeing, though that party itself, I'm leaning towards that way, yes, but I really like and respect Trump because he broke the system.
Yeah.
It was Trump that got me attracted to politics.
He
You know
wasn't
what I mean?
He's not a Republican.
Yeah, he's not even a politician.
And he's not a Republican. He used to be Democratic views. He has a lot of Democratic views.
Trump did?
He has a lot of Democratic ideas and stuff like that. Like,
I didn't know that.
He's not a Republican. He used to donate to. He used to be friends with Hillary and Oprah and all that stuff. The ones that hate him now.
I didn't know that.
They only hated him when he ran as a Republican. And he only ran as a Republican because he told the Republicans, if you don't back me, I'm going to be independent.
Gotcha. You know what I mean? But I rock with him.
So you have all those chameleons that are like, oh, well, we'll back him for now. But as soon as the water, all the scandals that they found out that never came true, they were like, oh, no, we're not, that needs to be investigated. Once he's clear, they're like, oh yeah, we got your back. It's just like the white dudes in prison. It's just like in prison. The dudes sit there and say, oh yeah, I got your back. Time comes, where were you?
They're hiding
I got you next time.
Yeah, they had to take a crap, or they had to use the phone the minute that you hit the wall. They dropped a honey bun all the way under the bed where they have to crawl up underneath there, or sometimes they'll try to fit themselves in the locker.
I was sleeping.
Oh yeah, I'm playing possum. All right, okay. Before Kyle, I want to tell the people something interesting. You told me something that I didn't know, and it was a while back. But you had told me, you brought me some knowledge, and I want to share the knowledge. So it was JD that told me, people, that I never knew this. The KKK was from the Democratic Party, correct, JD?
Correct. Absolutely, 100% fact.
I never knew that, and it doesn't even make sense. But I mean, what else do you know about that? It doesn't make sense to me because I mean, how are they on the left?
Because just like the Nazis are left, like they try to say like the right are the Nazis when it's the left.
Right.
Like National Socialism, that's a liberal leftist thing. That's not a conservative thing. That's not a Republican thing.
Right.
But the KKK is no different. KKK started because of the Civil War, which was the Democratic South, right? It was Democrats who wanted slavery, period. A crazy Republican was the ones who wanted to free slaves and give them rights.
Yeah. And they tipped that guy's statue over like morons. Go figure that one out. You know what I mean?
Because it's ignorance. People are just dumb, and they're okay with being dumb.
Hey, you just said something real strong. Didn't mean to cut you off. A lot of people ask me about saying the N-word in prison or this and that. Yeah, okay. Sometimes it happens if there's an altercation. Nobody blatantly says it, but I want to touch on something. Forget about the N-word. What he just said right there is the most crucial word. When there's tension and you call somebody ignorant, that is when stuff will pop off. That I word is more powerful than an N word. Would you agree with that, JD?
Yeah. That's got me into trouble a few times. I didn't have to fight over it, but I was going to fight over it. But like, people don't even know what ignorant means.
Right, you're right.
It means you just don't know. It doesn't mean you're stupid. It means you just don't know about whatever is being talked about.
But man, that's a feeler button right there. Let me tell you, that's a feeler pusher. What? Let me tell you. All right, man. Let's get back to the. I guess what we'll do is, man, we're gonna let's get back to the Kyle thing so we can tie it into the story. And so, what camp were you at with him?
I was at Bay CI in Panama. I think it's 5400 Bayline Drive. I got all that stuff in my memory forever.
Yeah.
So I didn't know him there. I knew of him. I've seen him. I played basketball with him. Like you said, he's a big white dude. He was like 6'4" or something like that. And so,
he had some size to him.
He was in the Caucasian invasion there.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't hang out with him. I knew he's a drug addict.
Right.
And his parents had money, or his grandma had money, or whatever it was.
It was his mom. His mom was that real estate agent. Remember, she would bank like super expensive houses. Yeah.
He's a drug addict. So
right.
Anything he has to do to get drugs, to get high, he's one of those people. Whatever you have to do to get high. Like, I've never understood that. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying you can't trust people like that. You just can't trust a drug addict. When you're on the end, they could be the most solid person. Solid, because they are not on dope. You get on dope, you cannot trust anything they say or do. It's all about getting the next high. Period. Yeah. It's crazy to see. And I've seen people, like, I'll talk to anybody who I hung out or I knew in prison that was solid. And, you know, they'll contact me sometimes and I'll talk to them. Absolutely. There's actually a dude that was in the dorm. His name's, I don't want to say it because he's still at work release. And I talked to him the other day, but in Florida. But he's getting out. And he was the one I said Godfather and stuff. And, dude, he's, I don't know, Puerto Rican or something like that. But,
yeah.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's just nuts.
No, dope. Yeah, dope will definitely change. I mean, I don't want to say the dude's name, but me and you both know damn near the Grand Wizard where we were. Somebody very grumpy, little short guy with a bad attitude, climbing the roof and stuff. Remember him getting butt naked climbing the roof? Okay, so we know a Grand Wizard who is pretty much the head of a skinhead organization, and he is shot out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I always liked him, but we saw how him smoking that shit, you know. Hey, listen, man, he smoked with a bonehead, bro. He smoked with a bonehead. This is somebody that he. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying it's different. If you want to, you know, have drinks, that's fine. As long as you don't do stuff stupid with it.
Yeah.
You know, we drink beer. You know, we hang out. You know, because this is the only time we get to hang out since we're fucking 1,000 miles away. But it's crazy because people it's like they can't no self-control. That's what it is. It's a self-control thing. No discipline, no responsibility. I just got to get high.
Yeah.
Because their life is meaningless without the drugs. That's just, I mean, it's sad. At the same time, I don't care. I just hope you don't reproduce and have a bunch of kids that are drug addicts.
Hey, sometimes the truth hurts, man, but we got to put it out there. But yeah, but what I was saying with that dude that I'm talking about, he wouldn't eat with another race. He wouldn't sit a chow with another race. He was the head, but when he started to use it, he had no self-control, like you're saying, and then he went and smoked with, you know, another race, which is against, you know,
his whole beliefs.
His whole belief. It's against his own bylaw. It's against his own bylaws, and he's doing something totally against what he's about. So, you know, this is another.
What do you claim?
Yes. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Like our biggest thing, like your whole podcast and stuff is all about gangs and like you don't need to join one and working out and a lot of different things. But like the whole thing is the gangs. You don't need to join one because it's just bull. You know what I mean? It's just.
You're right. You know, you're right. You know, I never said this on my channel yet, anybody, but you know, what I'm trying to tell JD's story here and there you guys will understand it. You guys will finally figure out everything we've been through. But you know, he was offered a patch, and so was I. I think that he was offered the same patch that I was, and another patch. We get to understand, people. He turned his down, so did I. And at the end of the day, to make a long story short, we had to show multiple organizations how to live. We had to show them because, you know, just because I turned a patch down, you know, you have to understand that I had the knowledge available to me, and I read it and I studied it. Okay. And I just didn't take the patch, but I had to literally show, along with this man right here, these organizations how to live. There's been situations where on the yard where, you know, we would have to go in there and basically kind of take it over. And you know, it's crazy, man. I always say you don't have to join a gang. You know what I'm coming from, JD, when I'm saying this? Kind of hard to word.
It's and it's so sad because they prey on younger ones who don't know. You know, it's just like it's if it, any one of these liberal 18-year-old white dudes went to prison, or 20-year-old went to prison, that are about 20 out there talking crap and lighting fires on buildings, they end up going to prison. They'll join one of these white supremacist gangs.
Absolutely.
Guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Or they're going to be getting raped. Like, I know you said in your last video there's no rape, and I agree to that, because unless it's like a 5 or 6 people holding you down,
right?
If it's a one-person thing, dude, there's so many people giving it up in there. You can't even explain how many.
I've heard that like over like big drug debts and stuff, but like I don't know if it's true though. You know what I mean?
But again, it's not to be one person.
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
Get jumped,
yeah,
that's rape.
Right.
If you get jumped by 5 to 6 dudes by yourself, yeah, that's rape for sure.
Right.
But if it's one-on-one and somehow a dude gets it in your butt, like I can't buy that, because I'm fighting for my life if that ever came to me. Like, the dude could be twice my size. I'm gonna have to be knocked out unconscious for him to be able to get something in me.
You're absolutely right. Hey, let me end it, man. We've been on for a minute. Well, we're gonna get back on again, all right?
Sure.
Just because I don't know how long I have on this thing.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll start.
But I've been watching the clock. But we'll do the same thing. All right, everybody. It's JD, man. We're gonna continue about Kyle. Hey, look, we when we get on, we kind of catch up, and we have a lot on our heads, so it might have been a little bit scattered. But listen, man, we're speaking some knowledge. Smash the like, and stay out, stay safe, and stay solid.
See you.